It's time to craft. Let's go. Well, hello guys. So we're going to just be creating some different crafts in this video. I will not section them off with DIY number 1, 2, 3, or 4. So let's go. And what you see here is me repurposing a previous DIY that came apart, and I am making it more secure. It was a stand with a light, and so I've taken the back out. I'm no longer going to use that for this DIY. And so what I'm doing is applying some of that Loctite glue with some hot glue and holding it there to make sure that it affixes or seals really well. And now I have this sisal rope, and I am just going to wrap this sisal rope about 2 times around the center, or where these 2 paint sticks meet in the joints. As you can see, I did have to cut it because this is a long spool of sisal rope that I picked up at a thrift store. And as you can see, I am using this high temp mini glue gun by Sure Bonder. Now, the ironic thing about these DIYs is that they came before the one I uploaded on Tuesday, but nevertheless, I wanted to make sure I got this DIY out to you guys. And as you can see, I am doing the same thing to the other side, just wrapping the sisal rope in the joints or the joint of this stand. I am pressing firmly and now using the clamps that I purchased from the DollarTree to secure the rope and make sure that it stays. And while I'm waiting on that to secure, I am now moving on to another DIY that I did at Valentine's Day, during Valentine's, probably about 2 or 3 years ago. And I am just sanding down where the little felt hearts were and making it smooth so that I can apply a coat of paint. I will be adding sisal rope to this particular piece, but I did want to paint it so that if the sisal rope for some reason come apart, you cannot really see the black little ticks that's on this particular piece. I am painting it with the Waverly brand chalk paint in the color Plaster. I am not going to give it a second or third coat. I am just going to coat it one time, being that I will be wrapping it with sisal rope. But I will make sure that the coverage is good on it. You see here I have my heating tool just drying it. And now you see I have this pumpkin that was purchased from the DollarTree, and I am giving it a facelift also. And I am using the same Waverly brand chalk paint in the color Plaster to paint over this pumpkin. I will be doing a technique on this. This will be a little time consuming, and because I had to speed up the footage just so that it wouldn't go into the full length of time that it had taken me to complete these projects, I decided to speed the clips up, but this did take some time. And I am giving it a good coat of this paint. And as you can see, I am drying it. Be careful not to hold the heating tool directly on this pumpkin. It is a styrofoam blend pumpkin and will, like I call it, melt. And now I am applying the paint to the bottom of it. And when you see this, you're going to be like, oh, okay. Because I decided, you know how I do. Something come to my mind and then I decide to go a different route. And that's what I did with this one. I was going to do one thing and then here goes that light bulb in my head. And now you see me cutting up some strips of that vintage paper. I bet you guys can't tell what I'm getting ready to do. All I can tell you, this is what took the time in completing this project. So as you can see, I have some matte Mod Podge, and what we're getting ready to do is decoupage this and make this into a pumpkin paper mache, if that makes sense. So a pumpkin mache. And I have a spray bottle that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. So I am using that to wet or keep the paint and the Mod Podge from sticking, and keeping the strips of the vintage paper from wrinkling. And I will be doing this for the entire pumpkin. I will be showing most of this process so that you can get a good idea or be able to see exactly how this is done. This is a good technique that you can use on glass. I actually did this on a jar that I had and it turned out so pretty. And what I try to do is come up with some things that's a little different, you know, step outside the box and create decor that's not like what everyone else is creating. You know, again, sometimes when you're a crafter, you know, you think you're doing something different, but child, you go and look at another crafter and you be like, oh snap, we all doing the same thing. I thought I was the original. You find out quickly that nope. It's just great minds that think alike. And what I'm doing is just, as I'm applying the Mod Podge, I'm spraying it, and then I'm using a piece of the foam, the sponge foam or foam that I cut off, that little black foam that you get from the Dollar Tree, the foam brushes. I'm just using a piece of that to just dab around the pumpkin, and any excess that's in there, I'm just squeezing it and just making sure that I apply it all over this pumpkin. You'll see some pieces lift up, and I just go back over it and make sure that the coverage is there and you don't see any of the pumpkin. And this was really fun for me, very therapeutic. I had just gotten home on Monday from having a procedure, and you know, after the anesthesia wore off, and I was like, you know what, I need to craft. So this was supposed to have been Tuesday's DIY, but I decided to save it for Thursday's DIY because Saturday's DIY, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think you're going to like it. It is really going to be an original piece, I think. But there I go again, thinking that I'm the first to come up with something. You'll have to tell me when you see it Saturday. And all I'm doing is just applying this vintage paper strips all around the pumpkin. And I think this is a good segue to welcome all of my new subscribers, my older subscribers to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great week thus far. We are at the end of the week, headed into Friday tomorrow. I just hope that everything that you've been wanting to do, you were able to at least do one thing this week. And I just really appreciate you for taking time out of your schedules to come and support me on my channel by watching my videos and commenting on my videos and even recommending and sharing my videos. So thank you guys. You guys rock. And as you can see, I am just following this process of the Mod Podge, strip, water, dab. Now this larger piece did wrinkle somewhat, but I'm okay with that. And when I say this took some time, this took some time. But it was well worth the wait. It is a beautiful piece. If you just stumbled across my channel and have yet to subscribe, please consider subscribing to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button, and don't forget about the notification bell. That way YouTube will notify you each and every time I upload a video. And trust me, you're gonna enjoy it over here. I hope someone that's viewing this video will try this technique and let me know what you think, how it did it turn out. And feel free to use this technique on glass or just about anything. I just chose to do this on the pumpkin just to be a little different. And guys, if you've seen it before, just let me think I did something different, okay? Just let me think that. And now you'll see that I have these little blocks. I told you I'm just going to be creating things, and as it comes to my head, I'm just creating, grabbing and creating. So I have these 3 blocks that I purchased from the DollarTree. They come in one pack, a pack of 3, and I am first giving this actual block a base coat of the Waverly brand chalk paint in the color Plaster because I had some extra, so I want to make sure that I use it up. And then I decided to use my mat to put the silicone mat to put the pumpkin on, so that while it's drying it won't stick to the table. And now I'm just applying this Acrylogy paint. I don't have the brand name, the color actually, but it looks yellow. I'm doing a voiceover in another area of the house. Sorry guys. And this paint can be found in DollarTree. It is a water-based paint. I usually buy this paint to use as a stain. It makes for great stains. And now I have this greenish or sage color that I'm using also. And I'm going to apply a good amount of paint to these because the paint is so thin and because it is a water-based paint. But keep watching. And I'm just making sure that it's dry. And now I'm just adding the rest of the paint in the gaps where I still saw some of the natural color wood, and just drying it. And now I'm using my little water cup to put those brushes in since I'm done with those colors. And now I have this beautiful orange color. It is so pretty. It's also by the Acrylogy brand that you can find at the Dollar Tree. My ring light kept wanting to go out on me for some reason, not sure, but as you can see, I just clicked it back on and kept right on moving. And I'm just drawing the block. This is really a pretty color, orange. I might use this a lot more. It's really pretty. And look at that, it's so cute, these colors. And so as you can see, I added some of that Loctite glue. It was some hot glue in the center of these blocks to make sure that it has a permanent hold. And look at that, guys, it's so cute. They're so cute. And now I am going to give this a semi-heavy distress using the apple barrel paint in the color Burnt Umber. And what you all can't see in the video, I don't think you can really see with the yellow block, when I had initially painted it, I painted the block on the inside of the mesh that it came in, and it left a little imprint of it. And when I applied the burnt umber paint to it, oh my gosh, it left a beautiful, beautiful imprint of that design. And now I'm just touching up the paint that was on the back of the stand, because there was still some glue on it, so I had to fix that. And you can see me scraping it off and repainting, and I will go back over this and actually dry brush over the stand itself. And I wanted you to see, so I raised the camera up some so that you could see what it looked like. And I am just painting over the thumbtacks. Again, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and don't forget about the notification bell. That way YouTube will notify you each and every time your girl go either live or upload a video or anything to the channel. And I have some more of that sisal rope, and as you can see, I am actually wrapping it from the bottom. It's like it wasn't hot enough. I know the next time I use this sisal rope, I am going to use my high temp glue gun. Because I really don't like using that much glue. But because this mini high temp glue gun didn't get as hot as I was hoping it would have, I had to use a lot more glue and press a lot harder on the rope in order for it to stick. And what you want to do is just basically wrap the entire piece in the rope from the bottom to the top. Around the lip of the top, I did not add the sisal rope. I did add a paint color, but can you guess which color? Was it the orange? Was it the yellow? Or was it the green? Leave it in the comments below. Like right this second. Don't wait till the end, guys. You'll be cheating. And anytime you're using the rope and you plan on wrapping the rope around anything, whether it be this particular terracotta pot, a glass, a bowl, a plate, a charger, or whatever, make sure you have plenty of glue sticks around, because you're going to run through it. And this piece is coming right along. It's really cute. My last baby is headed to the 11th grade this year. He starts school on Monday. I'm praying that all the kids that starts this Monday have a great school year. Praying that God keeps them all safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. And as you can see here, I have cut the sisal rope because this is as far as I was going to go. This did change at the last minute as far as my thought right when I told you about the lip of the pot. And you see here I'm just burning the phrase. And if you guessed right, I chose the green to paint around the edge of the lip. But feel free to use whatever color you want, because this green was really pretty too. And you'll see me bring all these individual crafts into one big craft reveal. And now you see me going back, and now I am adding the distressing to the stand. And I was just checking to see how dry the pumpkin was, and it wasn't that dry. And as you can see here, I was struggling with this because my shears were not wide enough to cut this piece of stem. So I just broke it a little piece off. And now I'm using my box cutter to cut a piece of the styrofoam or floor foam off. And I'm sticking it in the bottom. I'm filling that hole with some glue. And now you see me just pressing the stem that I just broke off down inside the top of the pumpkin. I am adding some of these florals to the inside of the terracotta pot. I can't even tell you what these are called, so I'm not going to even try. But you can find them at the DollarTree. They're very pretty. If you know what the name of these are, just please leave them in the comment section. Hey, I'm all about education and believing that people can learn something new every day. I'm not above learning, so if you know what the names of this particular things are, hey, drop them in the comment. And then I had these pumpkins, and the first idea was just to stick the pumpkins in there, and then the more and more I thought about it, I was like, yeah. And look at there, that looks cute as is with the light that you can find from the DollarTree. And now I'm cutting off a stick, a piece of this stick, because I am making a stem for the 3-tier, what we're going to call pumpkins. I am painting the stick in a brown with the burnt umber paint by Apple Barrel. And now I am getting ready to attach the stem to the top of the pumpkins, adding some of this Spanish moss around it. And I added one of those little berries off one of the picks onto the moss, which elevated the look a little bit. And now I'm adding Spanish moss around the paper mache pumpkin. Adding a bow, one of the burlap bow stickers. And then I felt like we needed something else. And I did apply the last burlap bow sticker that I had to the front of the terracotta pot. And this still wasn't pleasing to my eye. You'll see me add some of these bright, vibrant florals to the pot. And then I just wanted to add some paint to camouflage some of the white that had came off from the styrofoam little berries. And they are, or this piece is actually coming along great. It's cute. I could have thinned it out a little more, but hey, it still turned out very pretty. Again, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please make sure you click on the subscribe button and don't forget about the notification bell. That way YouTube will notify you each and every time I upload a video. And if you're not ready, just keep watching. I'm sure eventually you'll press that button. And now I'm just cleaning up. And so as you can see, guys, look how cute that is. Did this not turn out adorable? So I was just trying to see how these things would look with the lights turned out, and I cannot say enough at how pretty all of these are. I've staged this using the decor or the DIYs that I created last week with the tree and the joy sign with the flower arrangement in the back. I must say this turned out adorable. And look at the paper mache or pumpkin mache. I cannot say enough about how cute this is. These items are very, very, very cute. Beautiful decor, I must say. I'm telling you, I've got to pat myself on the back. The things that I have in my head, and then when they execute well, I can't do anything, just pat myself on the back and be smiling. And I know guys, I'm going to say it again, they're cute, they're high end. If they're not, tell me. But look at that, look at this. Look at this paper mache pumpkin. Tell me where you've seen this at. It was in my head and I executed it so well. And that's not being braggadocious. It's just, I think it's beautiful. So out of the DIYs from tonight's upload, which one of these were your favorite? Was it the stand? I'm gonna throw in my broom, fall broom that I purchased, the broom from the DollarTree, and then did the decor on it 2 years ago. Which one of these are your favorite? And look at this in the dark, guys. Tell me that's not cute. Look at that. This would be very pretty on like a side table. I mean, you can put it on a sofa table and just use your decor to decorate the table, but this is really cute. Guys, I really want to thank you for watching my video. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing, keep recommending, and until the next DIY.